Fellow Ugandans, I'm coming to speak to you. Please listen to me. The Bible says they have the eyes, they don't see. They have the ears, they don't listen. What is happening now in Uganda? It's time people will listen to our mistakes and stop further mistakes happening, because we embarrassed ourselves in the last week. It's not a good story, it's not a good picture that happened in Uganda. Listen to this. Enanga, the spokesman of police, was asked about Bobi Wine's new song, which says he's not fighting the police, but he's fighting with or for the police. Nawulidde nga nswadde nnyo bannayuganda mbateesaba mumpulirize mumpeeyo eddakiika ntono yosigenda kwogera mu ddakiika ntono.
Twetegereza buli butambi obufuluma.
Wulira Enanga ng'ayogera.
Emitimbagano egy'omugattabyalo mulimu egimu egikontana n'amateeka. So twetegereza nnyo obutambi bwonna obutera okufuluma.
Yalowooza oluyimba Bobi lwe yakubye lukoze ki?
Era twaketegereza. Ekyokugamba nti
ennyimba zikontana n'amateeka, naye ensonga ziringa nnya oba ttaano. Esooka tuyizeemu ki mu bino poliisi etuswazizza? Si ye poliisi gye twagala okubeera poliisi yaffe ensi gy'eraba. Ensonga lwaki etuswazizza? Museveni amanyikiddwa mu nsi yonna kubanga abadde mu buyinza emyaka 33 ng'ate bannayuganda beebase tebamufaako, byayagala byonna byakola. Ensonga ey'okubiri, Bobi Wine naye amanyikiddwa mu nsi yonna kati olw'okuba nti ayimiriddewo ku bintu ebikwata ku Bannayuganda, ate ayimiriddewo n'agamba ebintu byonna waakiri kaafe, naye abeere n'ebintu kyayogerako. Ye kati agamba takyafaayo oba obulamu bugenda oba takola, naye kibeera kisinga okusinga okwogerako. Fellow Ugandans, I was embarrassed. It makes me cry all the time. I was embarrassed by the actions of our police. They showed incompetence. They were guarding Bobi Wine's house and Bobi Wine had escaped. What sort of police do we have? How many hours do they work? Why were we embarrassed? Because one thing, Uganda is in the news. Both Museveni and Bobi Wine, they are famous now in the whole world. Museveni is famous because he's been in power for 33 years, for a long time, quite a long time, and Ugandans are not saying anything about him, and they don't understand it. How comes that we are there, we are watching, but we are not doing anything at all? So, Bobi Wine, don't forget, not so long ago, was chosen as Personality of the Year, was also voted as one of those most influential people. He appeared on New York Times. In short, this is where we are now. It's a repeat of history. Ebintu bizeemu. Police nga tennaba kuyimiriza Bobi Wine yeebuuze, what is there for them to change? What is there for them to do? What is their role as number one? Is he looking after people and their property, or is it doing powers from above? That question, we have to understand it. We have to ask ourselves, police eriwo kukola ki? Ebiragiro ebiva waggulu oba okukola omulimu gwe bateekeddwa okukola? Ekibuuzo ekyokubiri, bwe twatukyusa constitution yaffe kyajjamu mu kwefumiitiriza tuggyewo ebintu bye twayitamu, emirimu egy'okutulugunya, emirimu egy'abanyanya, emirimu egya pandagaali, emirimu gya sabasaba, emirimu gy'obuyeekera. Ne tugamba tuteekewo ssemateeka anaayamba ng'okukyusa obukulembeze buva ku muntu ne budda ku muntu omulala. Ne tuteekawo ssemateeka, amateeka agagenda okuyamba ensi. Naye kati bajjawo emyaka twafunamu nki? Kaakati bwe biba nga bizzeemu tukole tutya? This is a repeat of history. The preamble in our constitution says it a lot. I don't understand how the Supreme Court, the judges, just couldn't find an answer to now the age limit amendment. It shouldn't be allowed. We are getting embarrassed every day. Third point. Many people, they say Bobby Wine is sponsored by foreign forces. But you tell me now, all these images going out viral on the internet, you can't stop it on the social media. Is that the foreign influence? Did the foreign influence send our police to behave as bad as they did? To bring tire inflators, to use pepper spray, to use a hammer, to break the window screen, to block his concert? Is that foreign influence? Is that something that is too much for our police not to do? Bannange, abantu beekwasa Bobi Wine abamuwagira bewabweru bazungu. Naye abazungu be batumye poliisi okukola ebikola ebifaanana ebyo, okumusibira wabweru ne babeerayo nga bakuuma, naye nga bakuma lubugo mubbe, naye nga Bobi taliimu. Be baasinze poliisi okuleeta ebintu ebifumita emipiira gy'emmotoka. Be baasinze poliisi okuleeta omukka okubalagala ogwabalagazza abantu bonna ne bannamawulire. Be baasindise poliisi okukwata hama nejja neekuba ennyondo neekuba eddirisa pu. Be baasindise poliisi okunyoola omukono ogwa Bobi Wine. Be baasinze okumutwala nga taliyeridde na kakikanja. Fellow Ugandans, let us reflect. Awagira n'agamba nti yawagira poliisi okukwata bw'atyo Bobi Wine n'amuyisa oba n'abantu be. Bannange olina ky'obulako. Whoever supports the police to mishandle, mistreat, humiliate Bobi Wine and his people must be missing something. That is not the Uganda we want. We want Uganda who is progressive. We want Uganda who is going to handle, who is going to do their things, who is going to make us safe and our property. Kakati tuddewa. Police, sit down, reflect, calm down. Wherever there is pride, there is a fall. Put pride aside. Mzee Sabit, you are doing something wrong. Ochola, take your lead. You said you have never been and you will never be among institutions which oppress others. And you are one of you on the top position. Why don't you make it clean? It's going too far. It's not too much. Whatever is happening now, you can still stop it and maybe stop Bobi Wine in a civil manner. But no one is going to accept when you are doing all these things when we are watching. In my first video, I said, Bobby Tabako Sansori, police don't make mistakes. You are falling into that trap. You are making mistakes. You are wearing Ugandan uniform with a emblem. Why would you let yourself down? Mu video yange yasooka nabagamba police Bobby tabakozesa nsobi. Naye kati mulaba agenda abakozesa ensobi. Mugenda mukola ensobi, mukola kino, mukola kiri. Lwaki muba mukola ensobi? Ebintu ebyo ani abibatumye? Mwambala uniform yaffe ya Uganda eriko n'egundi yaffe, emblem yaffe. Lwaki Uganda temugiwa kitiibwa? Banenga mbaddiramu ebintu bino ensonga zino tuzikwate era tuzitunuulire. As I summarize, we need to reflect and say enough is enough. We cannot go back. We are humiliating our police, our Uganda. We cannot be like that. We cannot go back to old days. We cannot treat Uganda like animals. We have to treat them like human beings. Second, police can change everything that has happened without any spend of money. If Bobi Wine has composed a song that they feel offends them, let them come up with a song. Pay Baby Kuru money. Pay all those artists in Kibonga now. And then you sing the good Uganda you have given us for the last 33 years. We'll put our hands up. But where are you going to go on those images when you beat the journalists? When you beat everybody? People, they are bleeding to death. You use the vehicle to knock off this year's supporters. It's going too far. Third point, you say Bobi Wine has got an influence of foreign. You keep on saying America, America. No, there is no. America is not sending you to beat people. America is not sending you to use tear gas. America is not sending you to crack his window screen. America is not sending you to twist his arms. I understand America gives us training to our police. I don't think they are teaching you to do those dirty tricks. And as long as you employ, you think those dirty tricks will work, time has come, they will not work. They will not work. They will not work. Muddeyo mwekube mu kifuba, mulabe ki ekyokukola. Buli owali amalala wabeerawo ekigo. Poliisi mukakkane, uniform gye mwambala ya Uganda si ya Museveni. Museveni abawe uniform ze tutegeere nti amateeka tugatadde wali. Naye ssemateeka waffe mwamutyoboola mwamugyamu ekituufu. Tuleme okwekwasa nti Bobi Wine ab'ewabweru be bamuwagira be bamutaddemu ssente. Bobi Wine ab'ewabweru si be batumye poliisi okweyisa bwe batyo ng'ensolo, okukuba abantu, okubafuuyira omukka ogubalagala n'ogwakamulale. Ab'ewabweru si be balagidde poliisi yaffe okugenda ne bakuuma omuntu ng'omuntu yatolose dda. Abantu bakoowu nnyo. People have got fatigue of a regime which is oppressing, which doesn't want to give other people, which doesn't want to give other people a chance. We need to change. This regime needs to change. When it needs to stand in power, let us change for the good. No one will care. No one will support Bobi Wine. Just put all the social issues first. They are our pressing needs. Let's see good education, good health, job creation is there. We want the minimum wage. Why would you encourage all these people, investors coming, when they cannot afford to pay minimum wage? Let you have good housing. Let us have good roads. Fellow Ugandans, I'm breathing for Uganda. I'm embarrassed. Police must change. It must change its ways. What it's doing now does not represent a police institution that we can be proud of. Bobby is still very hard. It's a long road, but I know you know it better than me. And I'm sure you will stand up to the test. And all those who support him, you have to support him and you have to take the lead as well. Bobby cannot do it alone. He's suffering financially. He's suffering physically. He's suffering psychologically. The morale, you heard what his wife was saying. They go to bed. They don't know if they are going to be woken up and being taken somewhere else. However, Bobby, you got something to show in your life. You got a very good house that represents somebody who wants to stand for president. You got the courage, you got the energy, you got the words, and you got the voice. You can sing, boy. I couldn't know that because you composed that song when everybody was watching. Everybody was watching. Within 2 days, the song was up. The song is so good. And it's going to haunt the police for the rest of their life. And if anybody wants, they should change. But I was embarrassed by my police. How dare could you stay around somebody's house and somebody is no longer there. What were you doing? What the hell our police is about? Let us ask ourselves. We are embarrassing ourselves. We must seek for justice. We must seek for people to do well. We must want our police to do better. We must not exaggerate. We must not praise a police behaving like that. We don't want to go in those days. No one wants to go. And we don't belong to any party, political party. We belong to Uganda that we want. We yearn change for the best. We yearn change. We cannot sit and settle for what has not worked for 33 years. For 56 years after independence, what have we got to show? Let us have something to show. Every year we celebrate our independence. The number of employment is too high. The young people dying under 5 years is too much. People, they sleep in slums. So what progress are we making? People, they are still dying of avoidable diseases. What can we say? People, they don't have clean water and sanitation. We cannot be proud about the roads. These small roads. We should have roads which have got 4 or 8 lanes. But you cannot make a dual carriage or single carriage. And then you say, okay, I've done the road. No, that is not good enough. It is too bad. I'm telling you, I was left shocked, embarrassed, and I'm sad. And I hope our police can look into this and change. I hope our police can change for the best of Uganda, not for the best of Museveni. Because Uganda is going to be there, with or without anybody. Uganda will always be there. For Uganda and my country. For Uganda and my country. Let us respect our Uganda. Let us think Uganda deserves better. Let us think about for our grandchildren. We cannot go back. Bizemu. Banenze ndi munakuwavu nnyo okulaba nti tuzeeyo emabega. Twalibadde nti tukola ebintu byonna. Tetuli wano nti tuwagira bibiina. Twagala tuwagire Uganda egende mu maaso. Abagikulembera bwe baba nga bali mu buyinza emyaka gino 33 nga bye batulaga kawujjo bwe kati. Toyinza kuŋŋamba nti Usain Bolt asobola okudduka meters 100 n'azimalako essaawa 10. No, tuzimanya aziddukira sekendi 9. Kati bw'ogamba nti obadde mu Uganda okoze kino n'emyaka 33 by'okoze bimala. If you want to tell us you've done something for 33 years, what have you done in 33 years? It should be much more. No sindika speaker waffe n'agenda e Kenya mu ddwaliro n'ogenda gwe n'otambulira mu train e Kenya. But what have we got to show? We got nothing. But of all police, I'm embarrassed of your actions. You have to stop police. You have to stop. Either take off that uniform, find a new uniform. You were embarrassing us in the eyes of the whole world. Because as it stands for now, Bobi Wine is more popular. He's very popular. You cannot stop it. Museveni, you are popular because you are clinging on power. So both men, you are very popular. So you are not going to escape the exposure to the whole world. Police, you need to change as soon as possible for better of Uganda. It doesn't matter who is the leader or the president of Uganda. Police, you must change. Mr. Ochola, you must do something about it. Sabiti, Mzee Sabiti, go back to UPDF. We cannot have an army in the head of the police because your methods of ways, they are different from the police. We need to have a civilian government. We need to come away from militarization. Police, you must change. You're embarrassing us. Change will not cost you anything. Put your egos down. Wherever there is pride, there is a fall. Police, mutuse mu mpisa zammwe era mweddeko mutuswaza. Twagala Uganda ennungi egenda mu maaso. Uganda ebeere ya mirembe.